What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin and we are at the Dexter studios. Richard, aka Teslaflix, we are in his Model Y Performance.
Yes, sir. Make sure you say performance.
Performance.
Man. Get that in there. I paid extra for it. Say it.
Model Y Performance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you've seen his car in my videos plenty of times. The first wrap was that black and red camouflage thing.
Black, red, gold. There was some gold in there.
Okay.
There's some gold in there. It's a little controversial. People want to call it yellow. Lightning strike. That's what it was called.
Okay. And now he's got this beautiful, insane looking wrap. Austin did this too?
Austin did about, I want to say like 70% of it. Yeah, most of the stuff.
Okay.
A lot of his creativity went into like customizing things like this, hexagon-patterned and stuff like that.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. So we got Richard in an EV Confessions episode, and
about time, man.
I know it's been, time. But what we're gonna ask him first is, what car did you have prior to getting into an EV?
Interesting. The most recent one before, or just like
what did you have?
I started with a 93 Chevy Corvette.
What?
That's my grandma blessed me with.
Started with a Corvette.
So I was already into speed. Like, I needed speed off the rip. And after that, I got into motorcycles. I had a 92 Suzuki Gixxer 1100.
1100.
Then I went to a Yamaha R1 07. That was like my favorite bike. It was so fucking sexy. 4 exhaust pipes, like super fast, beautiful.
Nothing under 1,000?
No, I'm a big ass boy, bro.
Wow.
Come on. I need the power and the speed. So
okay.
Went with 1,000 cc's on that, and then after that, I had I actually crashed that bike, broke it in half at 95,000 miles. Most people don't get their bike that high, but I rode the absolute shit out of that bike. Sorry if we're not allowed to cuss, but yeah, so I had that bike, and then I switched to family vehicle because I had a wife and kids. So we had a
minivan life?
No. Her dad was trying to push me into that shit. But we had a Infiniti G37 sedan 4-door.
But that ain't a family car. That's still a sports
sport.
sedan.
I started with a Corvette. I have to have speed. That's what was like a requirement. So I had that, and then I bought a Ducati Panigale 1299.
Jeez, man.
So the wife was driving that. I was taking the motorcycle to work, things like that. And then my life drastically shifted with a motorcycle accident, so that was the end of that. We ended up getting different cars and stuff like that. So my next car after the G37, which my girlfriend ended up crashing and ruining that. I hope she watches this. It's her fault. After that, we got into a Prius.
I love Prius, man.
So I went to CarMax to get another Infiniti because I was like, I'm replacing the car. And she's just yapping in my ear about how expensive it's going to be, and I'm talking literally to the Carfax lady, and she's just like going on and like, we can't afford it. The gas is already this. We live in Riverside. We got to drive here. And I was getting late. So yeah, I want to try that black G37 outside, the S right there. And we go outside, and she's still talking. And the lady was like, I'll let you guys like discuss it. And before you know, we were at a different CarMax buying a fucking Prius. And I told her it has to be murdered windows. No one can see me in it. It's a little tiny ass clown car. You can imagine my big ass.
Dog, I like my Prius though, man.
The Prius was nice. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. It was really definitely sleek and quiet. And it does have some go to it. I don't know if you noticed, all Prius drivers are always trying to speed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but when people are in a Prius, they are trying to go somewhere.
Because they think they're in a Civic.
Real shit. So so I enjoyed the Prius, but then got rid of the Prius to get into this, and this has been like.
So it was a Prius right before
this. Was a Prius. We got it up to 200,000 miles, and we destroyed the hybrid motor.
Yeah.
Or the battery.
Well, you drive them, man.
Right. So we just broke the battery. So then I took it to CarMax, and this is right when they're doing the chip shortage, and cars were such a demand. So they gave me like $5,000 for that broken thing.
Nice.
Which I was like, what? I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you right now. Like if it's $5,000, I was thinking maybe 3 or something. I was like, I'll take it. So I used that, and I had it.
Did the Prius still work even though the battery was shot?
It drove still.
Just the gas.
It was just more gas part, yeah. Oh. But it would tell you like an alert and everything. So that's why I thought they would not be so generous with what they offer. But because of the chip shortage and all the other stuff, they were just taking in cars as much as they could. So probably easy fix for them, but I didn't want to deal with it. I had a guy that lived across from us. He had like 12 Priuses. He had one of those driveways that does like the U shape. Prius is all over the place. So I asked him, I said, hey man, this just happened. He goes, yeah, dude. He's like, you're not going to want to pay for fixing it. It costs a lot of money, blah, blah. If you can get rid of it, get rid of it. So that's what we did. And I ended up in this thing, and I don't think I'll ever go to a gas car after this.
Yeah, nice.
Something about I mean, again, I needed the speed. This thing feels like first gear pulling a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just getting off the line is just nuts. So
yeah.
Anything after this has to be a Tesla. And even that, I feel like I'm locked into Tesla specifically. I love seeing the Rivians and stuff like that. The Lucids are kind of like whatever to me.
He doesn't tell that to me about my Rivian. He's lying.
Maybe not your Rivian, but I do like
mine
Rivians.
specifically.
I do like Rivians. Yeah, Rivians, I definitely like the interior of them. I feel like they really fucking nailed it with the interior.
Yeah, the interior is nice.
The way that they got like the wood mixed with the cloth and stuff like that, like, oh my God, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The topography, is that the design is what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
It looked like
the aesthetics.
Yeah, like the graphics of it.
Yeah.
I think that's called topography. Yeah. It looks fucking nice. I love like the little speaker they had and thing.
Yeah.
They did so I like Tesla did their thing, and then Rivian made sure they had their fucking thing, like the whole flashlight.
Different identity.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, it's just an EV. Like, it's Rivian. You know, it's a Rivian.
Right on.
So I do like that other companies are trying to do other things, like the Lucid Gravity. I think that thing's kind of fucking cool.
I would trip if I see you in a Gravity, dog.
It's definitely more of like a minivan style. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it looks dope in that sense. Like, it's a minivan, but that shit has pick up and go for sure.
Yeah.
But something about like the Air and Dream, I don't like the way that the trunk opens. That's the part that really bothers me. It just looks kind of like, I think I'm so lucky, or not lucky, but used to like what 3s look like and Ys look like and X's, and I'm used to that kind of like a natural kind of regular looking trunk. And theirs is, I don't know, it's like the whole back of it.
Like a glam.
Yeah, the whole back of it's the thing. I'm so like, what the fuck is with that? But that's just me.
So, if you had to just say one thing that you love about your Y, what would that be? Just one thing.
One thing about what I love, mine in particular, or the Y itself?
Up to you.
Mine in particular, my favorite thing, I think I'm so used to this fucking thing right here. This little two-way little ham radio I got where I can pretend like I'm a cop, or I can be like, yo, can you move out of the way, please? Like, this thing has come in clutch so much. Like, I don't ever have, like, I'll usually like leave it off and I'll just have it here, but when something's happening, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, yo, move it. Like, you know, I'm really like active with this thing. I'm so ready to get a ticket for that. That's it's a felony, by the way. Don't install it. You can't have it installed.
It's funny whenever this guy rolls up.
Yeah, but hilarious. I do that thing is so handy, dude. I love it. I definitely love it, because it's like, especially when you have like road rage, or you're really trying to tell somebody something, or you know, I don't use the horn at all.
Yeah,
I don't. Some
so
people
you use that.
Yeah, some people are with me. They're always like, yo, honk the horn, honk. I'm like, for what? Like, just relax, calm down. But when it's something to the extreme, then I just pull that thing off, and I'm like, yo, get out of the fucking way, bro. Like, I definitely get active with the little microphone.
Oh man. So on the flip side, what is the one thing you dislike about the Y, or your Y in particular?
My Y in particular, which is why I want to get an S or an X. I'm really flipping on what to go next. Mine, the range it's fucking garbage.
Really? And it's
like at 100%. Yes, at 100%, it says 240 miles, and I got this at like 315.
What's your mileage? It's probably how much you're driving.
Yeah, I know. I drive it through the ground. My mileage right now is 106,000, and I got this in 22. I took delivery in June, but then
yours and mine are about because mine was August.
Yeah, but then someone crashed into me like around November, and I didn't have it for 3 months. This is when it was really hard to like get the parts and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't have it for 3 months. So if I threw 3 more months on that, I'd be easily over like 130. Yeah. But I drive the hell out of this thing.
That's nice.
And then that's the beauty of being EV. I feel like I can just go anywhere, really.
Yeah.
I'm not really limited on, thinking about.
And you don't feel the age of the car, really. As far as not the range, but the performance. It doesn't feel like day one.
Right, exactly. So that's the thing about if it is a gas car. And a lot of people are like, nah, I don't want to put the miles on my car. Like, I'm not thinking about none of that shit. Like, I don't want to drive that far, dude. Like, I just did an oil change. Like, all those kind of minute kind of things that you don't think about because you've been raised with gas cars. You don't kind of think about that stuff.
Yeah.
You're just, you have to do that. That's the main issue you have to do. But being an EV, I'm like, I forgot all about that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, there are things you guys do for cars. Like, oh shit, I'm just driving.
Yeah, you're just driving.
I'm just driving. That's it. Yeah. So all I cared about was just obviously paying for charging. But yeah, once you get over that kind of hump, then when I first bought the car, within a week, I installed all the things I had on it, and I took it on a road trip, 9,800 miles. I went as
Where'd you go?
I went to Yosemite, then I went to Vegas to visit my mom. I went to Utah to visit my sister. I went to Texas to visit my kids.
Wow.
I went to Atlanta, Georgia to see the Falcon Stadium. I went to Michigan.
That's why I was like, wait, 800, you're still on the west side.
I went to Michigan.
Atlanta, wow.
I went to Detroit.
Oh, wow.
I went to...
That's in one trip?
Yeah, South Dakota to see the heads.
So you took the Y through South Dakota and had
all the way.
issues with charging locations?
It was kind of like a big, I went all the way around the edge of the states. Then I went to Montana where my friend lives, Seattle. Then I went to Portland and back to LA. I stopped at 82 Superchargers.
Wow.
9,800 miles. I really wanted to get that range anxiety out of the way.
Yeah.
Because all the videos I watched about, getting a Tesla and all these things, like, oh my God, like the range.
And what year? This is like 22?
This is 22, yeah. So it was really about like, I won't buy it because you can't drive it nowhere, So I was like, let me get that shit out of the way. Like, I want to trust the car.
No, but I'm trying to figure out what the Dakotas look like with EVs, because I've always heard that there's not that many.
It was just, for the most parts where I was going,
yeah,
it was mostly just me kind of deal. But the infrastructure of the supercharger system, it's everywhere.
Growing,
at the time, it was still everywhere. So a lot of superchargers I went to were definitely empty and naked. Even midday, even at nighttime, there was really like nobody there but me.
Of all the charging stations, they 100% Tesla, or you had to go to
100% Tesla.
Wow.
Yeah, 100% Tesla.
So the coverage was already there where you went back in 2022.
It was, again, stopping 82 Superchargers. I was at Mississippi River. There were Superchargers there. There were fucking everywhere, but it was just like no cars were there. Whether it be 3 a.m. when I was charging, fucking 2 p.m., there was just like nobody there.
Yeah.
But of course, on the West Coast, I stopped.
Because that's what
sometimes I had to be in a line and stuff like that, when I was in Vegas and stuff.
Used to that,
yeah, but the second I got out past Texas, it was like they were just there to be there. Like Tesla knows they need the infrastructure for people to travel the country. It was more like that. Yeah. Most of the charger stops were probably 8 to 12. Sometimes there was just like 5 units. Over here we got 28, 26, a whole bunch of them, right?
Anything less than 16, you're like...
Right, you're like, what the fuck's going on? Yo, we need to up this. Yeah, now we got V4s and stuff like that now, but... so, and a lot of them were 125 watts and stuff like that.
That's fine.
But yeah, I would just take a nap, get right back on the road and keep going.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful to see the country. I would have never probably done that. That was a 3-week vacation. And it was just nonstop, just driving and looking at things and putting in autopilot and being able to like.
I was gonna ask that. So did you have FSD or regular?
No, I just had autopilot. But most of my driving was on the freeway anyways, so you don't really need FSD for that.
Yeah.
But just putting in autopilot and just being able to like suck everything in and like see what like I was viewing the country,
Yeah. That's
traveling
dope.
places I wouldn't travel before, like just seeing everything. So I really got like that range anxiety out of the way. So now I'm the kind of guy that charges at 2%, 1%. I've been hitting shit at 0. Like I'll get to it at 5. Like I don't stress that stuff.
Yeah.
I know people are like, oh, don't go under 20. But me, I'm like, so my first stop from like leaving Orange County and going over the Grapevine, it said I was going to get over the Grapevine with 3% at the charge. And I was like, what? I was like, and that was my first one. I was like, dude, I don't know if I should be doing this. Like,
right.
So I was going up.
Well, Grapevine is up and down.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I was going up, it was like dropping kind of hard. And I'm like, I'm at 5. How am I going to get 12 more miles? And I'm like kind of stressing a little bit. And then on that downhill, I started gaining. I'm like, okay, I kind of understand it, So it took me a while to like kind of trust the car per se. So when it said I was going to arrive at, such and such place with 12, I was like, okay, it's going to get there with 12.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get there with 10, depending on how aggressive you drive and whatnot. But nowadays, the charging perspective.
I would do that, but what always worries me is I'll make it to the charging station. Yeah. But what if something's wrong at the charging station?
So I've arrived with 0, with 1, and stuff like that. And one time, I would say like the scariest moment I had. I was getting some free charging for the Volta system. The Volta system.
The charging stations at Shell. I think Shell bought them.
Yeah, Shell just bought them. So I used to sleep at one of those and charge overnight and wake up at the car 100%. I was just really trying to get free charging. So I knew I could go to that spot. So I was going there, creeping real slow. It's not that far from my house. I had 1% to get there. I was like, okay, I'll make it. I got there and both of them were taken. Oh. Now, really close is a supercharger. So I was like, I'm going to drive over there. I'll go to the supercharger.
Yeah.
As I was leaving, like, like the power bar will get lower when it was like non-existent. So when I pushed the
Like
pedal,
there's no color on the bar.
yeah. So when I was pushing the pedal, it was like creeping. I was like, oh no. So I just started turning around, and that's when I started panicking. Like, oh no, I need to get back. So when I actually got there, I waited, but I was at 0. But I waited for them to get off the thing, and I was just like, that was like really
Dude,
like.
I gotta
so
push
I parked,
this.
right. So I parked right next where he parked, so I like the cable can reach just in case, like So
man.
that was like the most anxiety I've ever had.
Funny.
And then watching it like plug in and like take the battery, I'm like, oh thank God, like it's moving. Like, okay, I'll be fine. Just wait 10 hours. Like, so I got enough juice to get to the supercharger and went from there. But that was the first time that I had legit panic. I turned around and then like the light was red and I just rolled through it. Like, nope, I don't have it. And it was like 5 a.m, so I was like, I don't get it. I just rolled through the red light all nice and slow. I didn't want to lose my momentum and then try to like give it more gas to like go. That was like probably the scariest thing. So I won't push it like that, but I am very comfortable with letting it go low. And I've watched a lot of YouTube videos that like people drive around when it's on 0 to see how long it'll go after that. So that's giving me enough like confidence. And now what does that do to the battery? I'm probably not doing the best thing for the battery.
It's not like you're doing it every time. So
no, not necessarily.
The lowest I've taken an EV is 4%.
Yeah.
And that was a Rivian. And I had no choice. It was a Vegas trip.
Okay, yeah.
But I guess I don't do it with the Tesla because there's just so many chargers out there. Like I'd want to.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, I could just pull over.
Like, why?
Yeah. So
it's definitely usually on like a longer road trip or something like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of got to anticipate the range loss. Like, it says like now I don't trust it anymore because I got all this extra stuff on it. I'm slowing it down a lot. It's definitely me, not Tesla itself. But if it says I'm going to get there with 20, I realistically say I'm going to get there with 12, 14, something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to drive aggressive. It's just so much things that I've modified on the car. The wheels and tires are like, that'll throw your range right out the window.
Yeah.
So having big ass 22-inch wheels on this thing and really thin ass tires, I'm not even like, I expect less range. But now when we do the 0 run and stuff like that, getting from where we start to Baker, I crawled in there with 1. Last year I crawled in there with 2. Like, you saw me struggling on our trip when we went over there. Like now I'm like, oh man, that's so I really want to get. I want an X for the sake of the wings. Only even the automatic doors and stuff like that. All those kind of cool features. And I want an S or an X because of the plaid. I just want the extra speed. I've already this is fast, but I want to go even faster. And I don't even like abuse it or use it anymore.
Not even Juniper performance. You want to go straight to an X?
I think because I have a Y already.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with this. Yeah. I can keep this forever, probably, and not really, complain about it.
Yeah.
But I want either the bigger vehicle itself, but now that I've experienced this range situation, that's what makes me want an S. Because like I can get the
S
plaid.
will go over 400.
That's what I'm saying. I get the plaid and range. Like that's what I'm thinking. But again, my big ass trying to climb in and out of it. Do I get an X for the sake of the doors open for me? That's
if
easier.
You got back problems, dude, I wouldn't.
For what?
If you got back problems, I wouldn't go S.
It's
a lot lower than a 3.
Yeah.
I just got a loaner the other day, and man, I was struggling. It's fun to drive, man. Anything is comfortable.
Right. So the problem is like getting in and out of it.
But
when you're in it, you're having a fucking blast.
I mean, you're in it. Yeah.
So I drove Nikki's car a couple times, and it is low as shit. Like especially when I'm in this, and I usually ride max height anyways. I do feel like I'm in a regular SUV, and then getting into like a 3, so I'm like, damn, this is low to the ground. I feel like I'm really low.
It's low. The S is even lower, so it makes me feel tall standing next to an S.
Okay.
And I'm sure.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah. That roof line's like on my chin. Like, man, I'm tall.
I get that now. So I do want an X, but I think the range is the part that gets me.
Man, I wouldn't mind seeing you in one because the way you modify your cars and the Model X needs a lot of aftermarket stuff because there's not that many in there.
That's also another thing too is like I know when I'm leaving the main ones 3 and Y, you are sacrificing the ability to really mod your car.
Because I know a handful of Model X people and they mod theirs, but they could only do so much.
True, and it's generally going to be the same things because you want the best mods, and they're going to go for the same best mods. It's how you change the color per se. But I think George has a really clean ass X.
Yeah, and he also has interior.
His car is fucking, the avocado, the color of it, dude, the wheels, the body kit. So I think Maestro also, I think, has that body kit, and Platy has a body kit.
Yeah.
There are 3 different looking cars, but it is that body kit.
Yeah.
And even Boring, I think, just got the body kit too. So it's like, if I get an X, I'm going to get the same fucking body kit, and it's like, how do you do it different? With the 3 and the Y, you could fucking throw 1,000 different things on it, That's from the lips to the fucking fender guards. Everything can be changed.
So my next question, you probably already answered it, but let's just say you had unlimited budget, all the money in the world to buy your next car. What would that be?
think I would have to sacrifice the back problems and go with the S. I think for the sake
S
of
plaid?
yes. I think for the sake of coming from riding motorcycles, being on a Ducati, like things like that,
you're gonna get that.
I don't want someone to challenge me, but at the same time, I do want you to challenge me. And then I'm gonna definitely put you in your fucking place. I think it's like that. So I don't drive this car for the speed of it anymore. Like in the very beginning, oh yeah, I was fucking stomping on it everywhere I go. Now I'm so chill with it.
Yeah.
I forget that I even have that power until someone fuck around and find out. Then I'm like, oh, but yeah, okay, fine, and then I'll step on it. So I like knowing that if I have a plaid, there's nothing else in the street that I'm worried about.
Well, Sapphire.
I mean, how many people are buying a $250,000 car for the sake of?
But that's what I was saying. Like unlimited budget, you still chose the S plaid and not the Lucid Sapphire.
That's because I don't like the boot of it. You know,
that's true.
Who's modding that fucking thing? Nobody's modding that thing, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And the Tesla, the way that plaid looks in the front, dude, it's super sexy. Like they nailed the front face of it. It's got an aggressive profile. Like the side of it, you can look at it. It's got a silhouette that's fucking sexy. The back of it's sexy. Like everything about that car kind of doesn't need you to touch it. You know, anything you're adding onto it, you add wheels and shit. Oh my god, it looks fucking. And
you can get the track package to
right.
even do more.
The brake kit and stuff like that. Yeah, so I would definitely go with the Plaid S just for the sake of knowing. I feel like it's that shark in the street, and you're like, I kind of want to fuck with that guy. You know, people that know, they know. You know, other people that are just like fucking around with their little Charger and shit, like, I'm racing, like you have no clue what you're getting into. But yeah, man, those things are quick as shit. I've not gotten to drive one yet. I've been in one. You know,
they have a Plaid right here you could test drive. They brought a Plaid.
How much time we got for that?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I do. So that, and I want the X Plaid because of the size of it, and the wings just drive me crazy. I just want the fucking wings on it. I love that 6 captain seats. Like, it's definitely sexy. So I'm thinking about more content related with that, and ease with the whole, you know, doors opening themselves, stuff like that. Help me in the sake of handicap and stuff. That's cool and all, but the S is just, it's such a sexy look. You know? And I feel like it's not modified enough, like you said, the X is. The S modifications are all super expensive, you know. It's more of a high-end kind of class thing, but it's the same thing. Their aftermarkets are very limited, things like that. So I'd like to try to pimp one out for sure. But my dream thing that if they could make something, I need a wide body for the fucking Y. I don't want the fairing kid, nothing like that. I want it to full wide body like the 3s have.
Model Y wide body. Yeah, never seen one.
That's because they don't exist. I mean, there's a lot of kits that are for the flares and stuff like that, but not an actual like a 3 has. The Adro kit is fucking beautiful. Like seeing Roz's car and Casper's car and things like that.
You know what? Sun has a wide body.
His are flares.
Oh, okay.
But so again, the difference that I'm trying to say is, like, it widens the hips out on a 3, like the fucking the wheelbase is way wider. Like, you can still
not just right above the wheel.
Right, exactly, And Sun did it fucking clean as shit. You know, cutting into it and things like that. That's how you do it really right, but it's still not an actual, like, it doesn't go on the doors. It doesn't touch all the main parts. Like, if you're looking at Erlo's car and everybody else's car, like, it's built into the fucking thing. And it looks like it's a part of the body itself. Like, oh, that car's meant to be like that.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
I see.
But they never do that. I already asked Adro, and they're like, yeah, nobody wants that, bro. Like,
he's like, I do. Let me be the first, right?
Well, they already told me, you know, they already have a hard time selling the 3 kit itself.
So it's just expensive.
It is, wide body is definitely expensive. So it's got to be custom made. But
So one last question. I noticed that the car's name is Dexter.
Yes.
Now this is Dexter 2.0 because it's a new wrap, new customization and everything.
Well, I'll stop you there.
Okay.
It's not 2.0 because of that.
That is the
Dexter 2.0 is
the name.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's 2.0 because my first Dexter was my Ducati. And it was red. That was Dexter Ducati. So now I got the red Tesla. And the Ducati died, so this is the replacement.
Red, the paint is red on this, right?
So this is Dexter 2.0. So the first one was the Ducati, this one's the Tesla, and then I'll probably get a red X or a red Y, and that'll be Dexter 3. Yeah, I didn't do it based off the iterations, but
I see.
I was so attached to that fucking motorcycle. That was like my existence, is that motorcycle. I went everywhere on that thing. I let my wife drive the car. We had kids, so she was that. Sometimes she would drive the car, I would take the bike. Like, we would just go to the same place, but I just had to be on that motorcycle. I was so in like.
So why Dexter? Is it from the cartoon? Is it from that show?
Dexter's Laboratory definitely had a big influence on it. I love that character. But I had a old school friend back when I was in elementary. His name was Dexter. I never heard that name ever. So I got used to like saying his name. And his brother's name was fucking Trey Keese. Needless to say, they were black people. But it was just such a like they had two unique names, and I just remember seeing his name a lot. And then after leaving Long Beach, where I knew them, never really talking to them again, I've never heard that name since, other than the show. And then the show with the guy with no belly button, like those are like the only two times I've heard Dexter after that. So it just felt good to me, like knowing that no one's gonna have that name. It's not like some fucking regular car name or whatever. And I didn't like everyone naming their cars after girls and things. Like that's a real car guy thing. It's a girl. Yeah. And for me, when I named my bike Dexter, it was more like he was helping me get the girls per se, like a wingman. Yeah, so that's why I go with the male side of it rather than saying it's a girl. Girls are already headaches as it is. I don't need another one. So, but yeah, I just think that's just a different perspective. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So the 2.0 is because the first one's gone, which was the bike, and now it says Tesla, and I'll probably just stick with that theme. And it's cool that you can name the car. I like that. Yeah. Because that is a unique perspective when you get in someone's car and see the name of their vehicle and understand why. Like. Yeah. Raza has a 3 and a Y, and there's a funny thing, but we named his Y Stolen. But yeah, unique story to that. But it's cool that you can do that kind of customization to that level. Tesla's dude. The integration and everything is so beautiful.
It's nice.
I have the key to both of their cars now, and we were driving here, and Vampire, she didn't have the address, and she's like, "Oh, put the address in for me." So I went on my app and I switched to her car, and then I put the address in. So now she was driving and she knew where to go. Like, thinking of that crazy, from a gas car is like, why?
You can't even do that to any. I don't think you could do that on a Lucid. Rivian, I think you could do it, but it's just the ecosystem is far beyond right now. Correct. People just catching up.
So that's why I feel like I'm in the Apple gang, I'm in the Canon gang. Like there's so many things that I'm attached to, and I'm brand specific. That's why I like Tesla itself. There wasn't many options when I chose, but I got what sold me into it. I did a photo shoot with my friend. He has a Model X. This was when they didn't have plaid. This was a performance. Ludicrous mode.
Oh yeah.
So like he showed me the doors going open. All he's like, "Don't touch the door. Don't touch the door." Doors went up through my wheelchair in the back. He's like, "Don't close it. I'll close it." Like doing all these like selling me points. Right. We're at a red light. He didn't want to feel it, and I was sitting kind of like this. And he stepped on that thing. I'm like, whoa, And I'm thinking at the time I was like 315 pounds. I'm like, if this can throw my big ass back in the seat, dude. I'm like, I don't know how people drive this thing regularly. So at every light, he just kept stopping. I was stopping. So we finished the shoot or whatever. We're done. I'm like, damn. And I was in the Prius at the time. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that was crazy. I'm like, that was crazy. He goes, yeah, man, you can buy this off me if you want. I was like, what? And he bought it just for a tax write-off. So 80-something grand. I was like, what the fuck? Boy, you know I ain't got 80 grand. He goes, it was 140. I was like, I don't give a damn if it was 120. Yeah. But that had me like stuck on like, I need to get a Tesla. So I went on the website, and that's when the Ys were like going crazy. Yeah. I spec'd it. If I bought a white long range at the time, it was a 14th-month wait. Oh. And coming from someone buying cars like CarMax and going to a dealer,
it's available already.
Right. You go there and you show up and you get the car. So I'm like, who the fuck waits 14 months?
Dude.
So then I turned it red, and it was like 8 months. Then I turned it performance, and it was like 2 months. I was like, 2 months is still a long time, but I'll do that, like
2 months. I waited my first Model 3, I waited 2 months. My Model Y Performance, I waited a month. My wife's Model Y 7-seater, we waited 4 months. And we got and that was the first, like one of the early seven-seater builds. And we actually took over someone's order because they canceled it.
Really? It would have been older. Wait.
Yeah, it would have been longer.
You don't see 7 seats. Really
and I don't think it's a really good pick, but.
Were your kids younger and smaller for the
but only my youngest loved being in the third row. But it got hot after 30 minutes. He moved. There's nothing there, and there's no vents back there.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's the only reason is he was just there, by himself.
Yeah.
But that 7-seater was just like an in between car because we ordered a Model X long range.
Yeah.
That was a year wait.
Yeah.
Because it was during the time where they were doing a refresh.
Yeah.
So they never even had anything in the showrooms or anything.
Okay.
We were buying a car that we've never test drove.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So
and we were waiting a year.
Yeah.
So, but it ended up being good until the problems. But so it's always been a ways. Yeah. We've had.
And that was the thing that I was kind of scared about getting into an X is like Nicola. He would tell me like.
How you pronounce that?
Nicola. He would tell me a lot of things. He would tell me the most car that he sees in service is X. And he's like, it's either suspension, the doors, the drive shaft. He was like, those things just break so much. It's so heavy. And if you're on and off of it and all this jerking back and forth and stuff, he was like, dude, those things, he's like, I'm telling you, man, if you buy that, you're going to have lots of problems on it.
Just lease it, Doug. Just lease it, or I don't know, get it used. But it's a nice car, dude.
Yeah.
I can't get off the fact that it's comfortable, it's fast.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't know.
The range is. I think I gotta talk to George a lot and see what his range is like, because I would like, again, doing this and doing Uber and everything, I charge this thing maybe once or twice a day.
Yeah, yeah.
And to me, that's nothing. But someone else, if I try to sell them on Tesla and say you got to charge it twice a day, what? No one's going to get into that.
Yeah.
But me, I'm already in the ecosystem. I don't care. I know I already took the range out of it. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my thing at this point. But yeah, the Y I feel like is, if you can buy a Tesla, you should get a Y. Like the size of it, the speed it can still take with. I feel like it's the perfect baby they made. But I think so. But if you want to get into something extra or something, then I'm going to lean up to the yeah. So I would really like the X, but then again, can't bag it, things like that. Like there's so much stuff you sacrifice with getting.
Well, you don't need to bag the X. I mean, you could just get the links to make them lower.
And people do ride it like that.
Yeah.
I think I've just been spoiled with air suspension now, and then what you do with modifying that section of it and stuff like that. Like there's just so much modding into this that it's so fun. Like, and I think about that part of it. It's like, it's just so fun to like, what's the next thing you're going to buy? Like now I'm in the section of buying obnoxious shit. I'm buying vertical doors, like just shit that just for the sake of like, you don't need that. Yeah. But if I'm going to go one more spec for the show, these vertical doors are it. Is it convenient to use every day? Definitely not. But at the show, you're going to go walk over to my car. Yeah. So the roof box, like, there's like trash and shit up there. Like, it's not even for storage. Like, it's just for show, for show and wrap. Like, it looks good. So that's you can't put a roof box on an X. Like, just there's so many things that I'm gonna have to pivot from thinking about it. And do I get looked at as much? Probably not. Because it's like it's not as modded, but that car's way more expensive, faster, better. But it's just so I'm just kind of like, where do I go? So you bringing up the Juniper, I love the look of it. The back of it's fucking sexy. It took a second to grow on me, but seeing that thing in black, like, oh hell yeah. Like it looks pretty sick, and you could totally spot it on the freeway at night. I know, right? Oh yeah, because of the mark. There it is. Yeah. So anything, I think Tesla has a really strong presence. Yeah. Especially us on the West Coast. Cool. Yeah, I can't catch me in a Mach-E. You're not gonna catch me in a Lucid. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Pew pew pew. Shots fired.
I think if we're gonna talk about the worst looking thing, I'm gonna say it's the Mach-E. I'm sorry, but however, Donnie's Mach-E is fucking nice. Yeah. I like how he did his for sure, but in black, but I can't see. And again, it's the market. Like, who's modifying them? There's not a lot of options. Not a lot, like that. That's
I'm starting to see some, but you know, it's still limited.
Yeah. And that's again with the Tesla, is like you can do that, And I've had a lot of people go, "That's a Tesla." I'm like, "You bet your ass it is." Like, I do shock a lot of people with that factor of it.
Cool. Look at that. Richard right here, aka Teslaflix. He's on Instagram. Make sure you follow him. You can't miss his Y. The first version you can't miss. The second version you can't miss. Definitely. And it's just been one of the more unique looking Teslas I've seen. So appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Yeah, finally.
Of course.
Finally.
I'm going to go watch this video back, by the way. I'm in the comments.
He watches, but he doesn't hit like.
I'm going to be in the comments.
All right, well, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.